Instructional technologies. So, instructional technologies are great for promoting 21st century teaching and learning because it is the language of our day. If you look all around, you always see kids texting, and it's not even just kids. Honestly, it's young and old. You see older people constantly using technology, whether that be on their phones or their computers. It's in the workplace. It's in your everyday life, your personal life. We're just inundated with technology, and it's just our language. It's the language of today. It's how we do things. It's how we operate. And so that is the probably the biggest importance in bringing instructional technologies into the classroom, because it's the language that we speak, and I think that students will understand it, and also it's a good way to prepare them for technology, which is probably going to be in their lives for the rest of their lives, because it's just used everywhere. And so bringing it into the classroom and using it, utilizing it, in the academic setting is definitely wise. Just to prepare and get kids even more comfortable with not only using it for social or fun things, but with real life themes such as academia or their careers and things like that. One thing one must think about with instructional technologies, however, is, well, at least when you bring it into the classroom, is what's the best way to use it. And so it's tempting to use a lot of illustration and fancy designs, but we have found that less is more. Don't distract from your topic. So whenever we are presenting something and the slide looks like this is just chaotic. I'm not really sure where to start here. And in the first slide, I was talking about how our society is very much technological, and we're always using different themes in our everyday lives. Well, as good as that is, it's also made us pretty distractible people, So it's already hard to focus in our society today. So our slides should definitely cater to that and be aware that we have to focus in and help people focus in, because our minds are already used to multitasking and doing many things like that. So a chaotic slide really doesn't help focus. It doesn't help draw in your point. It's just like probably to the average student, it just really gets them like either they check out or they're all over the place and haven't really grasped what you said or are trying to teach. Same thing goes with bullet points. So bullet points, first of all, bullet points are boring. Like if anybody wanted to see the textbook on a screen, they would just read the textbook. So, bullet points aren't fun. Not only are they not fun, but they don't engage because they don't allow the viewer to think for themselves. So if I see a slide with bullet points like this, I read the information on there and I take it in. Is there much engagement going there or a lot of thought going in on my part? Probably not. So rather than having a lot of bullet points, one sentence or pictures that communicate the point you're trying to make, so that the viewer can draw those connections on their own, therefore having to use their mind and be engaged in whatever you're teaching, that is a lot better than boring old bullet points. Another thing that distracts or is just probably not the best way to use instructional technology that I picked up on with these videos that we had to watch in the articles is keeping the same font style. So again, this is distracting if your font's constantly changing and it's bouncing around and moving all over the page. Very cool, but distracting. So stay away from that. That's something I learned in this module. And it may sound like now, oh, well, be boring whenever we're, giving presentations. Not necessarily. It's just focusing in, because we still want to have quality pictures. Okay, so that one quality picture is great. Now, when you have about 30 quality pictures on one slide, maybe not so much, because again, it's that focus and that attention. So we want to engage on what we're specifically talking about. And so that is just what is best when we're thinking about using instructional technologies and promoting that with our teaching and our learning. Thank you.